Well, this breaking input is pertinent to the farmers' protest. Now, farmers' Delhi Chalo protest. 3 union ministers will meet farmer leaders in Chandigarh for a next round of negotiation and talks amid the standoff at Haryana and Punjab borders. Now, union ministers Arjun Munda, Piyush Goyal and Nityanand Rai will meet the farmer leaders in Chandigarh for the third round of talks as the standoff between the protesters and police at the Punjab-Haryana border entered its third day, marked by more clashes between the two sides. Now, the earlier 2 meetings held before the march began remained inconclusive. The major sticking point for these meetings to fail was the MSP. There were no major conclusion on the MSP. Both the sides were not willing to come to a center page or one single page for the MSP issues. Now, the meeting is slated to happen today at around 5 p.m. in Chandigarh. Union ministers Arjun Munda, Piyush Goyal and Nityanand Rai will meet the farmer leaders in Chandigarh for the next round of negotiations and talks as the standoff between the protesters and police at the Punjab-Haryana border has entered its third day. Now, joining us on the broadcast is our colleague Anshul from Shambhu border another correspondent is joining us from the another border, Nikhil Lakhwani. A very good morning to both of you. Anshul, first I'd like to interact with you. What is the current situation at the Shambhu border? Because major clashes in the last 2 days have been reported from ground near the Ambala district.
So yes, we saw clashes broke out here on the first day when farmers reached over here and were trying to cross over to Haryana. However, yesterday as well, there were a few rounds of clashes, not clashes directly, not physical clashes, but yes, there were a lot of tear gases that were thrown in from the Haryana side of the border by the security forces towards the farmers. Now, late yesterday night, there was a meeting that happened between the farmer leaders and the local administration, in which it was decided after the request that came in from the government that today that meeting would be held between union ministers and the farmer leaders in Chandigarh at 5 p.m. Post that, this decision was taken that there will be no action, or the farmers would not try to march ahead until and unless that meeting comes to an end. I'll just try and show you around over here. There is definitely a stark difference in what we saw happening over here over the last 2 days and what is over here today. There were thousands of people who had gathered over here who were constantly trying to march towards, go ahead towards the Haryana side of the border. But yes, the Haryana police definitely made sure that no one is allowed to get anywhere close to the borders or close to the barricades today, since this decision has been taken by the farmer leaders that no action will be taken unless and until that meeting comes to an end. And that is the reason why we are seeing that there is absolute peace at this point in time on ground zero. So yes, it is expected that once this meeting comes to an end, there could be some action or some decision that could be taken by the farmer leaders. Either it could be to return back, which is a very far-fetched idea at this point in time, or the decision could come in to go ahead and march towards the national capital with more force, with brutal force, because remember, the number of trolleys that are being gathered over here, that is increasing by every passing minute. Now, what the farmer side has told us is that they have called for heavy machinery from Punjab as well. These heavy machineries such as JCBs will be used to actually move the barricades that have been put forth, the concrete blocks that have been put forth. So yes, farmers are in no mood to back down as of now, but yes, it remains to be seen how does the government negotiate this situation at this point in time, because yes, the situation could actually go from bad to worse if at all this third round of talks fails yet again.
Right, Anshul. I'll request you to stay with us on the broadcast. I'll come back to you to understand what will be the significance of the meeting and the negotiation talks that are going to take place. But let's cut across to Nikhil Lakhwani, who's joining us from the Singhu border. Singhu border is specifically the area that marks the demarcation of Haryana and Delhi border. Now, what is the situation like at Singhu border, Nikhil? Is the situation intensifying since yesterday, or things have calmed down comparatively?
The Singhu border, which connects the part of Haryana to that of the national capital Delhi, and the situation is something that is being shown on the screen. Yesterday we have seen that few of the boards which were mentioning that welcome to the state of Haryana, and on the other side that welcome to the city of Delhi, that particular the hoarding has been removed, and what we can see that the both side of the carriageway they have been closed, and this is something which has been informed by the Delhi police as well, that this is currently inaccessible for the public. But you can imagine the amount of the difficulty which is being faced by the commuters, because these are the local people who have to go on a daily basis towards their workplaces, and these are all the people who are facing the difficulty because they have to reach out to their factories, to their plant as well. And this is the condition and the situation which is usually seen during the time of the evening as well, because no public conveyance or the private vehicles are allowed. And also, as my camera person Narendra Singh is showing, the raw route which was usually taken by all the commuters, that particular road has also been dug out in order to prevent any of the farmer, in fact those who are even coming without vehicle as well, to enter inside any of the village of the capital city. So this is the situation like, but what we can say is that the situation appears to be peaceful, but the commuters are facing the brunt. They are the ones who are facing all the difficulty. The concrete blocks and the fresh concrete, so to say, can be seen at this place. But the other picture is also being shown by my camera person Narendra Singh on the other side, where there is heavy deployment of the police personnel can be seen, and this is how the different layers has been made here by all the police personnel. So we can say that this time it appears like the Delhi police is better prepared than ever before to prevent any of the nuisance creating element to enter inside the capital city. So Delhi police is here, the RAF deployment is here, there are multiple pickets, the containers are at the same time they have been deployed along with the wires as well to make sure that nobody moves beyond a particular point. But this is the road which is GT Canal Road, and since Kuhina, you belong to the city of Chandigarh, so you know that how much important this road is for all those commuters who usually take the road part, particularly the NH44, because this is the same route which connects part of Haryana, thereafter the parts of Punjab as well. So the people are finding it even more difficult to reach to their destination point. And DGP of Haryana has already informed that if one has to reach to the city of Chandigarh, he has to take different route, and that route has also been mentioned on the social media platform as well by the Haryana police. So the people are facing the difficulty, and this is the place where there are many of the livelihood dependent things as well which are also affected at the same time. And this is equally haunting for all those business person who usually carries out their day-to-day activity or the business activity from this place. And because of the anticipation of the farmers arriving in the capital city, all the businesses who are part of this locality, they are suffering huge damage. So we need to see as to what the outcome is going to be like from the meeting which is all slated to take place at about 5 p.m. today. Then only the further course of action from the side of the farmers is going to be decided.